lights lit up the doorway. I was the first to go up the stairs with one of my bags, but none of the boys moved for me. I had to delicately maneuver around them, saying, "Excuse me, sorry about that." Gala, on the other hand, pushed right past, hitting their shins with the sides of her suitcase. "Can you get out of the way? We're moving in." One of them, who was wearing a Brooklyn Nets jersey, shrugged. "But what are you doing here?" You could tell they thought they'd earned a little clout by living in New York for 1 or 2 years. Some people acquire brutishness in the laziest way. I laughed and looked to Nicholas, who was at the bottom of the stairs. He raised his eyebrows. He never thinks it's necessary to be curt. Gala did not like the Nets guy's tone and said, "What the hell are you doing here? Do you even live here?" Apparently our roommates forgot we were moving in that night and had decided to throw a party. Our downstairs neighbors, too. A small Rubenesque girl stopped in the hallway and asked Nicholas if he was moving in. I piped up and said, No, that's us." She looked a little disappointed and led us through the house for a tour. Her name is Alex. She gave us 1 cold welcome beer each and said, "Don't get used to this. I don't really like to share." She gestured to the collection of items in the fridge marked with her name. She walked us through the party, as though the gathering itself were an impressive feat. I tried to keep an open mind about the crowd. Many of them looked like art school graduates who had yet to nail down a personal style. Maybe it was because we were weathered from travel, or because of Nicholas's charismatic good looks, but people eyed us whenever we entered a room. They stared as though it was obvious we were strangers. Gala said she didn't mind. She didn't want to be part of this milieu anyway. Music was blasting loudly in the dimly lit basement, where at most 12 people were dancing. Everyone else was either out back smoking or crowding the hallways. I overheard a boy with shaggy blonde hair saying, "The Gowanus Canal is so underutilized. I think people exaggerate how polluted it is. Like, you can probably swim in there." Our apartment is on the top 2 floors of the house, while Unit B is the ground floor and basement. As we made our way up and down the stairs, people's eyes still lingered on us. The walls of our room are dark teal, and there is a fireplace that is just for decoration. It smells like old dust that was once settled but now rises through the air with the heat. We have an adjoining bathroom that connects to the hallway. You have to push the door with some force to shut it at all, and even then, it manages to spring open. Nicholas looked at the small double bed. "You guys gonna be okay sleeping next to each other?" Gala put her arm around my neck. "Just like old times, like sisters." She was referring to the 6 months I lived in her bedroom when we were 16. She would call me her boarder at school. I rolled my eyes and got out from under her grasp. Nicholas gave me a look I interpreted to mean, "You can always stay with me." I am ahead of Gala in Nicholas's heart. Even chosen families have favorites. Alex left us to unpack, running downstairs to the party where the music had grown louder. "She's kind of odd, not in a good way," Nicholas said, smoothing down his hair. We looked out our window to the backyard, which was full of people. Pieces of conversation bubbled up so that we could hear, "I'm loving cassettes right now. Making fun of crystals is so easy. Don't talk to me like I don't know where Ridgewood stops and Glendale begins." Alex said we should get to know our downstairs neighbors so they would give us access to what she called a nice herb garden. I doubt the people at the party noticed any kind of vegetation. The girl we rented the room from is called Maggie, and her jewelry box contains only rocks and shells. She is a friend of a friend of a friend. Isn't everybody? She has an apartment in Rockaway, where she is going to spend the summer surfing. We have never met, but every month I am supposed to leave an envelope with the rent money in the mailbox for her. Gala looked through the closet and let out a sigh. "There's nothing in here we'd even want to borrow. Maggie owns quite a lot of faux bohemian dresses that are..."